Trustee Abraham?
Here.
Trustee Senior?
Here.
Thank
My
you.
phone was on mute, sorry.
No problem. Mayor Thompson?
Here.
Trustee Armour?
Here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you. Trustee Chalmalave? Trustee Chalmalave? Trustee Chalmalave is absent. Trustee Miller? Trustee Miller? Trustee Miller is absent. Madam President, we do have a quorum.
Thank you.
Can we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance
Pledge to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Can we please have a moment of silence? Thank you. Item 2, public comment. I'll read this disclaimer. While the meeting is open to the public and public comments are welcomed in light of concerns related to the spread of coronavirus disease, COVID-19, the meeting will be streaming live online, and the village strongly encourages residents and participants to submit written comments to the village clerk prior to the meeting. Persons will be allowed to make in-person comments if they desire to. However, individuals will be brought into the meeting room one at a time, and all federal, state, and local protocols currently in place to alleviate the spread of COVID-19, including social distancing requirements, will be observed. At this time, Madam President, I do believe we have 2 public comments in person in the chambers, and I don't have anything that I received in writing, so I will make my way in the chambers and entertain those, if you will.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk.
Hey, all, we are at public comments. Does anyone in the audience have public comments? Okay, can you please step up here to the table and speak loudly? State your name and address.
Okay, my name is Edwin. I live at 2408 South 22nd Avenue in Broadview. And I'm here because I have petitions from the neighborhood on 22nd Avenue and John 25th about the illegal parking and trucks being parked on the street that's not supposed to be there in a residential area. So these people all stand there, all upset that nobody came with them. I'm like the lady Jim T out here, because they, it's disturbing. They come by and they watch the trucks with the pole for watch. Is that legal? The pole for watch, looking like a car wash? Is that legal?
This is public comments. We're hearing your comments. I'm going to pass along your concerns to the mayor, and
So
she will
that's
come
what I
back.
did. I brought in all these petitions and stuff for the people's side.
Okay.
And they're all concerned about the trucks parking, after the trucks, the tow trucks and the flatbed trucks. I don't know what you call them, but they come and they sit on 24/12. They park there and they, all kinds of things. It's hard to park there. And I think I'm not for sure, but the garbage, my recycle was not picked up because I believe they couldn't see it because of the trucks. They come there and they park, and but if people come by and pick it up, they don't see it, they don't get it, they see the can. But this time they left, I get tired of calling. They left the grass and it's still sitting there since the pickup day. And I guess they'll pick it up this week. But mainly we're concerned about the trucks. The tow trucks and the transport truck parking on 22nd Avenue. And that's what I get from. For her to look over, I told her about it. She had said she was going to come down and help me. But she never did the do that. But I petitions from people in the neighborhood. We can read them and they have this there. That's what we are concerned about. Everybody does stuff about this. I live here since 1960. I had a lot of mayors that we had this truck. And I know that they did because that's why I have to be there.
Thank you very much for your concern. Does that complete your public comment?
We have an address.
I want to suggest if perhaps maybe we could get some street signs. And they got street signs on those, and they got some on 45th Street. Since I've been here, I never had any problem, but I said we had a street sign, the police would have any problem. The sign would tell them to write a ticket. But now the people just free will. They just come in car. And I know none of you do like that in the community because it makes your property go back. I'm too old to sell my house and move, so I want to keep my value of my property up. And that's my concern.
Can I, you're 2412, what's the street? Okay.
And they're taking it to us when you tell the police came, police take it away, they take it down into the back of the car. And then when nobody's looking, they come back to the neighborhood. Have a guy stand up and wash the truck, and all that kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous. It's a bad sight seeing where our neighbors do. And I was wondering if somebody could do something about it. We want to see if we can get a petition, put signs out there, street signs that will say no parking and maybe that.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your concern. We appreciate it. Were there any other concerns or public comments tonight? Okay, thank you. We're moving right along with the agenda. Okay, Madam President, that completes our public comments. On to item 3, communications. We have none. Moving to item 4, consideration to approve the following minutes from the June 7th, 2021 regular board meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been properly motioned by Trustee Tierney, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham,
No questions.
Trustee Senior,
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, Trustee Chamalave arrived at 7:35. Trustee Chamalave? You on mute?
No questions.
Trustee Tierney,
No question.
Trustee Armour?
I don't have a question. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I don't have a question, but can we make just like a slight, and it's not to stop the adoption of the minutes, it's just really technical. Item B, the resolution for authorizing and approving the agreement. Like in the motion area, it should be plural. Trustees should be plural with an S because it was 2 trustees that actually asked questions and had a comment. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Can we get, Trustee Miller just joined. Trustee Miller, we are approving the minutes. You have any questions or comments?
No.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, Madam President. For the record, 7:35 p.m. Trustee Chamalave arrived to the meeting, and 7:40 p.m. Trustee Miller arrived to the meeting. Roll call. Trustee Tierney.
Yes.
Trustee Abraham.
Yes.
Trustee Senior.
Yes.
Trustee Armour.
Yes, with that one correction.
Thank you. Trustee Chamalave.
Yes.
Trustee Miller.
Yes.
And Madam President, with the corrections, this passes 6-0. Thank you all.
Mr. Clerk, just for a matter of record, when you say line item B, I'm looking at the minutes and it's got trust in, it's got a parentheses, an S in there. So I don't know what part of the minutes you're speaking of, Trustee Armour, but I would appreciate it if you would let the clerk know before we get to a board meeting if it's those type of things. But I'm looking at it and I don't see where exactly you're talking about where your concern is because I see a parenthesis with an S.
Okay. Thank you, Madam President. Can I interject something right here?
No, we've been ready to move
I'm
on
looking at the updated minutes that I received at like 4:15 today, and that's the last copy that I have of it. So that's what mine, it wasn't, that's what I noticed that needed to be updated.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Clerk.
I'll address that. Thank you, Madam President.
Yes.
Item 5, consideration to approve expenditures. Grand total of all funds, $177,516.88.
I make a motion that we approve the approved expenditures.
Second.
Properly motioned by trustee Armor, seconded by trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you. Trustee Tierney, the chairman of the finance, can you please read the warrant list?
I sure will. Here we have Air One equipment. These are all account checks over $2,500. Air One equipment, $2,617. Al Warren Oil Company, $24,326.98. BF Construction Code Services, $15,557.60. Baker Tilly US LLP, $2,637.50. ComEd, $3,016.80. David Ormsby Inc., $3,000. Grasso Graphics Inc., $6,194.29. We have Groot Inc., $44,201.46. Home Depot Credit Services, $2,541.82. Joseph L. Ponsetto, $4,290. Norcom Public Safety, we have $4,846. Pitney Bowes Inc., $7,999.10. Timothy J. Hicks CPA, $5,500. TNT Towing and Recovery, $5,850. Verizon Wireless, $3,410.02. Windstream, $5,596.44 for a grand total of expenditures over $2,500, $141,585.01. Total expenditures for the month, $177,516.88, which comes up to 80% of that budget. We have manual checks totaling $20,250.09. Brings our total of grand total of expenditures $197,766.67. The accounts that these came out of, we have out of the 01 account, we have $124,551.32. We also have on account 03, we have $46,125.07. And on account 50, it came out $6,840.49. Again, that grand total is $1,970.07 from the total of 97. And that concludes my report, Madam President.
Thank you, trustee Tierney. Trustee Abraham, any questions or comments?
No questions.
Trustee Senior,
No questions.
trustee Chamalave?
I don't have questions.
Thank you, trustee Tierney,
No questions.
trustee Armor,
No questions.
trustee Miller,
Dang it, I couldn't unmute. No questions.
thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustee Armor,
Yes.
trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Abstain.
and Madam President, bills passed 6-0. Thank you. All right, next is item 6, old business. We have none. Item 7, new business. A motion to authorize the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners to promote Officer Michael Carlson to the rank of sergeant for the Village of Broadview, State of Illinois Police Department.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been properly motioned by trustee Abraham, seconded by trustee Tierney. Madam President.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham, any questions or comments?
None.
Trustee Senior,
No questions.
trustee Chalmalave,
No questions.
trustee Tierney.
No questions, just one comment. Congratulations.
Thank you, trustee. Trustee Armor,
No questions, but congratulations.
thank you. Trustee Miller,
No questions.
thank you. Okay, Mr. Clerk, is Sergeant Carlson in the chambers?
Yes, he is.
Carlson?
Yes.
How this works?
Yeah.
Place your right hand and repeat after me. I,
Michael Carlson,
having been appointed to the office of sergeant
having been appointed to the office of sergeant
in the village of Broadview,
in the village of Broadview,
county of Cook, state of Illinois,
county of Cook, state of Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the Broadview Police Department
of the Broadview Police Department
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Now's the chance. Oh, there's the little guys. Yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Might you want to turn the face?
We in the way?
I lost my cursor.
You might as well, just if it works.
All right, are we ready to continue with our regular board meeting?
We are ready to move on, Madam President.
All right, Mr. Clerk.
Next item is B, a resolution authorizing and approving the extension of a certain agreement with the Department of Veteran Affairs, Edward Hines Jr. Hospital for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And properly motioned by trustee Abraham, seconded by trustee Tierney. Madam President, open for discussion.
Thank you, trustee. Is Chief Kenny on?
Yes, yes, she is.
Right here.
Right there.
Oh, Chief Kenny, can you tell us about this agreement, the extension, please?
Hi there. So this extension is, this is our Hines contract. It was a 5-year contract. They've extended it for a total of 2 6-month periods prior to this due to COVID. They've asked for one more extension with us. It keeps the rate at the same because I did raise it 6 months ago. There are really no issues with this as far as extending it, and it gives us time to evaluate the contract as well.
Okay. Trustee Abraham?
No questions.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave?
Oh, I'm sorry, it was on mute. No, I had a question about the 6 months, the length of the contract, but now I understand. So thank
Yes,
you.
they only can do it per our previous contract that was, that expired a year ago. They can only extend for 6-month increments,
Okay,
up to 5 years.
okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Trustee Tierney?
I have no comments.
Trustee Armour?
Going back to the period, Madam Chief. So the period you said is up to 6 months, you can renew up to 5 years. And so that period would be from 7/17/21 through 1/16/22.
I'm not quite sure what you're asking. The original contract was in 2015, July 21st, 2015. It went for 5 years. Last year, they renewed for 6 months. 6 months later, another one. Now we're in the 6th year, going into a 7th year.
Oh, okay. So then this applies to fiscal year 21 or 22.
The current fiscal year.
Current.
Yes.
So that's fiscal year 22.
Yes, and this is a contract that's to be bid upon. So this 6-month extension, within this next 6-month extension, there will be a bidding process.
Okay, and it says fire suspension services. Because I'm so new with all of this and I'm just trying to really understand everything, can you just explain what that fire suspension services are, some things that it comprise of, and how does it relate to all of what I saw back in the legislation, all the writings to the employment aspects of it?
Absolutely. You know what? This would probably be a better one-on-one so I can explain our contract. So feel free to call me tomorrow and I'll give you complete details of it. But fire suppression services is just the fire aspect of our department. We have a separate contract for EMS with them. So this means that anytime there's a fire alarm or a fire on their campus, we respond to that. Hazmat would be included, as well as a technical rescue box, things like that. It is very detailed. I'd be more than happy to sit down with you and give you the detailed explanation, because they are not our only contract that we have. So
okay, and so they're charging us $120,000.
No. They are paying us.
Oh, that's money. That's revenue coming in.
Yes, they are contracting us to do the job.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Thank you. So before we do a roll call vote, Trustee Armour, we know that you are new and you're learning the process, but this is a business meeting for the community. So if you need explanation on certain things, I ask that you email the department heads or send them an email or send them a phone call so that you are educated and informed on the legislation that you're voting on, instead of holding up the meetings as it relates to legislation. So to be clear, to get clarity on what it is that's presented to you, it's just best practice just to call and get the information prior to a board meeting. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Absolutely, thank you.
Madam President. Trustee Tierney,
No comment.
we're taking a roll call.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham? Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Yes.
Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Armour?
Yes.
Trustee Chalmalave?
Yes.
Trustee Miller?
Yes.
Thank you all. Madam President, this carries 6-0. Thank you. Next is item C, a resolution authorizing and approving an agreement with Edwin Hancock Engineering Company for the furnishing of certain professional design and construction engineering services related to 2021 commercial alley improvements for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Motion to second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Abraham, seconded by trustee Senior. Madam President.
Thank you. So this agreement is with Hancock Engineer to do 9 alleys. North of Roosevelt is 17th through 16th, 16th to 15th, 15th to 14th, and 14th to 13th, and then
Yeah, man, I put together a little proposal.
Can you mute your south of Roosevelt, 23rd to 22nd, 22nd to 21st, 21st to 20th, and 20th to 19th, and 19th and 18th. The total cost for these 9 alleys to be refurnished is $130,200. Designer fees is $54,700. Construction fees is $65,500, and estimated sub fees are $10,000. Director Ames, will you tell us about these alleys, or if Chris is on the line?
Good evening, everybody. I don't believe Chris is on the line, Mayor, but basically these are the alley improvements that the water main improvements IEPA loan will not address. Basically the alleys that run east-west, I believe you've identified them for the Board of Trustees, but yeah, these alleys will not be part of the IEPA water main improvements, and they are in dire need of resurfacing.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Abraham?
No questions.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave?
No questions.
Trustee Tierney?
No questions.
Trustee Armour?
I heard you earlier when you said I should propose my questions prior to the meeting so that I can get answers to them. Well, I didn't get an answer to these ones. And so it's not really a question, but I'm concerned about, these are engineering services. And so it comprises of $137,000. Does it comes out of the same pot of money as the 5237, where all the repairs are coming out of?
So Trustee Armour, if you look at the engineering agreement, it breaks it down by cost, and that's how I broke it down.
Yeah, but it doesn't give the GL.
Please let me, I have the floor right now, so hold on, let me finish, please.
Okay.
And so it breaks it down by the cost. So it's coming out of our, Director Ames, is this coming out of the water fund, or is this coming out of capital?
This will come out of capital, Mayor.
Okay, so it's coming out of the capital fund.
Okay. Thank you, Madam.
Is that it?
Well, and then how do we, no, yeah, that's it for now, for this one.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Miller?
Do we have any information on last repair, or if we've done any repairs to this particular sets of alleys in the last 10, 15 years?
We have not.
Okay, thank you.
That's it, trustee?
Thank you.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, you can, Madam President. Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustee Armour,
Yes.
trustee Chalmalave,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries 6-0. Thank you all. Next item, D. An ordinance amending Title 8, Chapter 9 of the Broadview Village Code regarding underground boring inspections related to the construction of utility facilities and rights of way in the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Who got the second? Because you guys are racing over here.
Armour.
Trustee Senior.
Okay, trustee Senior seconded. Properly motion by trustee Abraham, seconded by Senior. Madam President.
Thank you. Director Ames, will you explain the Bowen process to the amendment to this ordinance, please?
Thank you.
Yeah, Mayor, and as a matter of fact, trustee Armour, the questions that you sent earlier, hopefully this will address those that you sent me in an email form. So we amended our construction ordinance to not allow for directional boring. Directional boring is when a company comes in and they literally horizontally bore underneath the surface to minimize the impact, okay? So if in fact you directional bore underground, that means that you have minimal or no restoration on the surface to be made. The only problem with that is that we're landlocked and we're not like DuPage County or Will County where you have a lot of green space. And we have our critical infrastructures that are already in place that has created a situation in the past. So the amendment was proposed and it was passed by the board to not allow for directional boring except at the discretion of the Public Works Director. And a lot of the times I would like to allow for the directional boring, but part of the problem is that to make sure that our critical infrastructure is intact, it would require an on-site inspector. And as I pointed out, we don't have the staff to allow or to stand out and supervise a NICOR or ComEd or AT&T or Verizon project. So what we did do, we asked the attorneys, Delgado Law Group, Tiffany Jaworski in particular, she's been working with me to make sure that if nothing else, we have written in our ordinance that the inspection that we provide will be covered by the utility providers. And the taxpayers, Trustee Armour, are not left holding that expense. So as part of the permit process, now that it is in ordinance form, they will be required to reimburse the resident engineer as he's required to be on site to make sure that as they do directional bore, if they are allowed to directional bore, that our critical infrastructure is not compromised.
Okay, so there's no economic impact to the residents, businesses, or to our village.
Trustee Armour, you out of order. So Director Ames, are you complete with your explanation?
I am, Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Any questions or comments?
She said no questions, Mayor.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Malave?
No questions. I appreciate the explanation.
No questions or comments? You sound muzzled.
I'm sorry. No questions. I said I appreciate the director's explanation. Explains a lot more.
Thank you, Trustee. Trustee Tierney?
I have no comments.
Now, Trustee Armour.
Thank you guys so much for having patience with me. Well, thank you, Director Ames, for that one. So there's no economic impact to the residents, the businesses, or the village as a whole. That's pretty much what you were saying, right?
That's correct. That's the purpose of the amendment to this ordinance now, to make sure that there is no financial impact to you as a taxpayer, to me as a taxpayer, and to all of the other trustees and residents as taxpayers.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Trustee Armour. Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Yes.
Trustee Malave,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries 6-0. Thank you all. Next item, item E, consideration of an application for a business license requested by Dominique Marzette of Neek and Company LLC, doing business as Nimari, located at 1821 Roosevelt Road for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Properly motioned by Trustee Miller, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you. Commissioner Upshaw, can you tell us about this business?
Yes, Neek and Company, as mentioned, will be located at 1821 Roosevelt Road. It is a clothing store that will sell men and women and children's clothing. They passed all their inspections and are in compliance with all village codes.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham?
No questions. Welcome to the Village of Broadview.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions, but welcome.
Thank you. Trustee Malave?
No questions.
Thank you, trustee. Trustee Tierney?
No questions.
Thank you, trustee. Trustee Armor?
No questions.
Thank you, trustee. Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Thank you, trustee Miller. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustee Armor,
Yes.
trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries 6-0. Thank you all.
Thank
Next item, item F, consideration of an application for a business license requested by Narissa Lee of True Royalty Apparel, LLC, doing business as Shades of a Boss, or Shades of a Boss, located at 2246 South 12th Street, it should be South 12th Avenue, for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to
Motion
approve.
to approve.
Second.
One more time, because we had over, one more time, motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And properly motion by trustee Armor, seconded by trustee Abraham. Madam President?
Thank you. Commissioner Upshaw, you want to tell us about this business?
Yes, True Royalty Apparel LLC, doing business as Shades of a Boss, will be located at 2246 South 12th Avenue. It is a home-based building, home-based business where they'll be selling, it's an online boutique where they'll be selling custom jewelry and sunglasses and things of that nature.
Okay.
All inspections have been completed and they are in compliance.
Thank you, trustee Abraham.
No questions, Madam Mayor.
Trustee Senior,
No questions.
trustee Chamalave,
No questions.
trustee Tierney,
No questions.
trustee Armor,
No questions.
trustee Miller.
I have a quick question, Commissioner Upshaw. So on the EIN that they provided, what's teachers' resumes and beyond? Like, are they operating a few businesses under the LLC, or did we not confirm? It's not a big deal, I'm just asking.
On their, I'm looking at that trustee for a second.
Okay,
That was a previous business and they're supposed to be changing, or they have changed according to them, their EIN number, but I can verify that through this new business.
okay, yeah, if you could verify and make sure, just so that we'll confirm that they're all in compliance, that we don't have to hold up anything for that.
Okay, will do.
Thank you.
I'll send you an email.
Okay.
Thank you, trustee Miller. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
trustee Abraham,
Yes, welcome to the
trustee
neighborhood.
Senior, trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustee Armor,
Yes.
trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries 6-0. Thank you all. Next is item G, a resolution authorizing the village president to enter into a certain lease agreement with Hancock for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Abraham, seconded by trustee Armor. Madam President?
Thank you. So when we entered into the agreement with Canoka Minota, the fire department, we actually saw a savings by combining fire, police, administration, public works, and buildings. So this is to combine all of those under one lease agreement for all of the departments. Ms. Jones, I believe she is on the line. If you want to tell us about that and the cost savings.
Yes, Madam Mayor. Good evening, President and Board of Trustees. Yes, when we did the cost savings of where we're saving over $1,000 a month for putting all this together under one actual contract, because at the time we had several contracts. So we had it of where individual, like the mayor said, police had their own, fire had their own, administration had their own. So of combining overall, we having a total cost savings of over $1,000. and that's per month.
Thank you, Administrator Jones. Trustee Abraham,
No questions.
Trustee Senior,
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave,
No question.
Trustee Tierney,
I think it's a great job putting it all together and saving the village, what, $12,000. Nice job. No other questions, comments?
thank you, Trustee Armour,
Ditto, I have to say ditto to trustee Tierney. I got all my questions answered and no questions.
thank you, Trustee
That's
Armour. Trustee Miller,
No questions.
thank you. Can we get a roll call, Mr. Clerk?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Yes.
Trustee Chalmalave,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
and this carries 6-0, Madam President. Thank you all. Next item, H, a resolution authorizing the village president to enter into a certain order packet acceptance agreement with Hancock for the village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Properly motion by Trustee Abraham. Who made the second, please?
Trustee Senior.
Trustee Senior, thank you. Madam President.
Thank you. So this is the cost, the agreement for the agreement, the cost. So the cost for all of the equipment is $1,271 for annual cost to the village is $15,252. Trustee Abraham,
No questions.
Trustee Senior,
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave,
I have no question.
Trustee Tierney,
No questions.
Trustee Armour,
No questions.
thank you. Trustee Miller,
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Yes.
Trustee Chalmalave,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
and this carries 6-0. Madam President, thank you all. Next item, item I, a resolution authorizing and approving a certain change order from Baker Tilly US LLP for the provision of certain financial services to the village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been properly motioned by Trustee Abraham, seconded by Trustee Tierney. Madam President, open for discussion.
Thank you. Director Hicks or Budget Officer Hood, you want to tell us about the change order with Baker Tilly?
Yeah, so this is for them to perform additional services that we need them to perform for the fiscal 21 audit that wasn't included in the original scope.
Okay, I know, and so I know we had to include the Ike.
The 911 center, yeah. So once we figured out that that was a separate entity that is going to be combined, it's going to be a component unit with the village. So that's one of the services, and then some additional agreed upon services that we need them to perform to speed up the audit process.
Right, so just let me let the Board of Trustees know for year 2020, the charge is $4,000. For 2021 is $2,500, and for year 2022 is $2,575. So for the total amount for the audit services for the village in 2020, the cost is $76,645, and that includes our OPEG, Ike, and it's one other one. I know I'm forgetting the other one. 2021 is $77,590. 2022 is $79,830. And so that's the change order to accommodate the fiscal audit up until fiscal year 2022.
Yeah, and then we have the Yellow Book audit, which is the federal audit for the federal grants. So we got a significant amount of federal grants, so that triggered a Yellow Book audit.
So thank you, Director Hicks. Trustee Abraham?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave?
Is this the only auditing firm that you use?
Say that one more time.
Is this the only firm that's used for the auditing?
Yes, that's our auditors, Baker Tilly.
Okay. No, another question.
Thank you, trustee Armor.
How much was the grant that we got for, from, Yellow Book? Yellow Book got it. How much was the grant?
So it's not just one grant, it's several federal grants that we have, so we can get that information for you, the federal grants. And most of the federal grants that we've received one was for capital and and most of them come out of the police department. So we can get you that, what the federal grants are.
Yeah, that'd
so
be great. Thank you.
When the amount is over $500,000, that triggers the need for having a federal, the Yellow Book audit.
Oh, I see. Okay. That'd be great to have that. I'm just interested. Thank you.
You're welcome. Trustee Miller?
The figures that you read, Mayor, are those the figures that are on, I guess, page 10 of Exhibit A?
Let me go to the exhibit.
I gotta get over there.
Yeah, yeah, it's on page 10, yes.
Okay, so can we have that corrected? Because it doesn't list 2021, it only lists 2022 twice.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, we'll let them know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll
I
call,
have no
please?
comment either, Mayor.
I'm sorry?
I have no comment either.
Oh, I'm sorry, Trustee Tierney. I skipped right. I thought I went, okay.
Oh, you went right over me.
Did I miss anyone? I apologize. No, Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Tierney,
Yes.
we always put you first. Trustee
Yeah.
Ham,
Yes.
thank you. Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Armor,
Yes, with the correction cited.
thank you. Trustee Tamalabi,
Yeah.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries 6-0 also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is item J, a resolution mourning the passing of Reba, Larue, Copeland, Higginbotham for the village of Broadview, county of Cook, state of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, I heard Trustee Miller give the motion and I heard Trustee Senior give the second, Madam President.
Thank you. First of all, I want to give my condolences to the Higginbotham family. A longtime resident, I believe she was a resident for 46 years.
Wow.
And she's the godmother of Trustee Miller. So Trustee Miller, you want to tell us about Miss Higginbotham? Because it's personal.
Sure. Do you want me to read your resolution or you want me to just give you my own personal story? Which one?
You can either, whatever you're comfortable with, either or.
So yeah, just like the mayor just said, Miss Higginbotham has lived on 17th Avenue. So I think most of our departments and department heads know of her because she's been here so long and she made like a strong impact on my life. She's one of the reasons why I'm still in Broadview or why I stayed in Broadview after we had our house fire. Literally, she took myself and my kids in as one of her own for like the last 17 years. So I truly appreciate the legacy that Miss Higginbotham is leaving behind, as well as I appreciate her biological children for sharing her with me. So literally when most of everyone moved from Broadview or the surrounding areas, Miss Higginbotham became like my mother that I would literally call all the directors on if something was going on. I'm like, hey, make sure that you get on this because she's made a couple complaints. And I appreciate especially Public Works for their support on making sure that if anything is going on 17th, we would let Miss Higginbotham know. And as well as whenever she called up to the building department or for her water bill payments. So I appreciate that. I'm going to refer back to the mayor to read the resolution because I don't want to get all choked up. I barely could do it at the funeral service. But I appreciate the village for stepping up and acknowledging her passing as well as honoring her tonight. Thanks.
Thank you, Trustee Miller. So the resolution mourning the passing of Reba, Larue, Copeland, Higginbotham for the village of Broadview, county of Cook, state of Illinois. Whereas Reba, Larue, Copeland, Higginbotham was born on May 27, 1941 in Guntown, Mississippi to the late Little and Elizabeth Copeland. Reba is preceded in death by her parents, her husband, Albert, her son, Christopher, her daughter, Nicole, and her siblings, Jimmy B., Katie, Marcel, and Robbins Copeland. Reba professed a hope in Christ at an early age at Mount Moriah Holiness Church. Reba received her formal education at Guntown Low High School in Saltillo, Mississippi. She moved to Chicago, Illinois in the mid-60s, where she then united in holy marriage to Albert Higginbotham in 1975. They reside in Broadview, Illinois, and she had been a pillar of the community for 46 years. In this union, they raised 5 children, Albert Jr., Darward, Christopher, Dante, and Sarita. Her career path included Knowles Electronics, where she worked until retirement. Following retirement, her love for people led her to work in home health care for the First Student Bus Company until her untimely passing. Reba was an avid gardener and loved landscaping. You could tell by the presence of her home. Literally, it's beautiful. With the variety, I just added that, with the variety of plants and flowers that she much put time and love into. Her infectious laugh, hilarious one-liners, and strong presence will be immensely missed by all those who had the pleasure of knowing her. And whereas, based on the foregoing, the corporate authorities have determined that it is necessary and appropriate to mourn the passing of Reba Larue Copeland Higginbotham and extend their sincere condolences to her family, friends, and all who knew and loved her. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the president and the village board of the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois, as follows. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Tierney.
Yes.
Trustee Abraham.
Yes.
Trustee Senior.
Yes.
Trustee Armour.
Yes.
Trustee Chamalave. Trustee Chamalave, you still with us? Okay, we're gonna mark her absent for now.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Thank
Sorry
you.
about that.
No problem. Trustee Miller.
Yes.
Madam President, this carries unanimously, 6-0. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Next is item 8, application for the authority to expend funds. We have none. Item 9, closed session. We won't have a closed session this evening. Bringing us to item 10, village clerk's report. Mine is very brief, but it's way overdue. Trustee Miller, I've got to give it to you. You did an excellent job serving as the chairperson for the Juneteenth celebration. Being in that position before when we did our 2014 100-year celebration, I know all that it takes to get one of those events of that magnitude pulled off. And in the time frame and with what you had to deal with, you did excellent. Your committee did excellent. We had such a great event Friday and Saturday, starting with the fish fry meet and greet. We had Cook County President Tony Preckwinkle to join us, and it was an honor to have her with us. Then on Saturday, at the main event, we had Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas along with us. We had Cook County Commissioner Frank Aguilar, who joined us, and it's always good to have him. He seems to be at every one of our events, and we really appreciate him. And last but not least, we had our 7th District State Representative and Speaker of the House, Emmanuel Chris Welch. And it's funny, I saw him the day before and texted him and asked him to make sure he stops by, and he guaranteed me that he would be there. And he had all kinds of family events, but again, he showed up and made his presence, and we appreciate him and all of the Broadview residents that came out and enjoyed a wonderful celebration. And I just want to say this is the first of many to come, and I am very excited to be a Broadview resident and to serve the town. So thank you all that were involved. Madam President, you know, this is something that we are now calling one of our signature event, and we have a lot to be proud of in Proviso Township, and I think we're setting the bar. So that being said, that concludes my report. Madam President, you're up. Item 11.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. So it's been just an honor to just serve the people of Broadview, literally, to get us to this point. And, you know, for so long, after the 100-year celebration, the residents been asking for a festival or some type of bringing the community together, but the timing just wasn't right. But now the timing is perfect. We have the perfect team. I mean, Trustee Miller, I mean, she outdid herself with the committee. Trustee Chamalave being on the committee with her and helping getting that process going, and just everything that was implemented was just simply perfect. From the fish fry, it just reminded me of the traditional Black family reunion, how we gather on Friday with the meet and greet of the family. And there was a lot of participants that were there that hadn't seen one another, you know, in quite some time, especially with the pandemic. People were at home or, you know, not spending a lot of time seeing one another or your neighbors and friends in the community. So that was good to see. But the highlight for me was the vendors on Saturday. You know, getting the inboxes or the text messages from the vendors saying that they sold 90% of their product that came out. So, I mean, we really recycled our dollars. We came through for those vendors, and the majority of the vendors that were there are Broadview residents. And that's what this is the work that we do, to create economic empowerment within our own community to recycle our own dollars. Black Men United came and showed out with just free giveaways to the community. I saw refrigerators, air conditioners, someone said mattresses. I know one of the residents got a couch, a brand new couch that she needed. It was just a beautiful blessing on Saturday for all of us. I cannot thank Trustee Miller enough for taking that load off of my plate. I do. I sincerely appreciate you and the committee a whole lot. Partnerships. So I'm always talking about partnerships and collaborations, and partnerships with our park district, our library, and our schools is so valuable to the community. When we all work together and come together, this is what we get. We get a 2-day event, no incidents, no occurrences. It was just nice weather, fellowship, music, food. Spending money with our friends and neighbors that live in Broadview was a great thing. So just a big shout out to all of our partners. It mean a lot. And honestly, when we put this together, I thought that it would cost us about $25,000. That was real close. It ended up costing us $27,000 to pull off this 2-day event, and it was free to the community, to Broadview community. And we've served probably up to 1,000 people. It was about 1,000 people that was out there. We gave away swag bags, free food, and we could not have done it without our sponsors. Our sponsors held it down for us so that we can continue to do more community events for the community. So we, with our community partners, I believe, and I don't have the final number, so this is just the last number that I got, we raised $22,000. So if we raised $22,000 and we put $25,000 into our budget, and we spent $27,000, we was $5,000 off. So kudos to everybody that was involved, making sure that we got the best for our money, the best of the best we did have out there this past weekend. Today, we welcome 14 young adults to join us in the workforce in the village of Broadview. So we got young adults 16 to 24 that's going to be working through PLCCA relationship, working at the park district, the library, the school, and some local businesses within the village of Broadview. I believe they work 24 hours a day. The rate of pay is $15 per hour. And I do want to remind the community that we do have an ordinance as it relates to fireworks. And so I have asked the fire department, when we get calls for at a certain house, if we get the call, we're going to go knock on the door just to give a reminder that, we do have the ordinance, and we will produce that ordinance to the resident. If we go back to the resident and you still popping fireworks, we will give a citation. Citations start at $750. We want you to be able to enjoy festivities surrounding the 4th of July or to celebrate with fireworks, but we need it to be done in a safe, respectful manner. We have a lot of seniors in the community that are afraid and very frightened of the fireworks that's going off. We do have a lot of pets that have anxiety as it relates to the fireworks. And I'm just asking the community to please be conscious and be aware and be respectful of your neighbors. We have a big old ballpark field over at Schroeder Park. I'm sure if you go talk to the leadership at the park district to pop your fireworks, I can't say that they will give you approval, but out of courtesy, go ask them if you can, do your display at the park district where it's safe, open space, and it's not disruptive to the community or your neighbors. And then lastly, we didn't have it on this agenda, but at the next board meeting, I will be asking the board to consider going to a summer schedule. Instead of having 2 board meetings a month during the summer months, we just have 1 board meeting a month. So maybe starting in July, August, and September, we go to 1 board meeting a month. So we'll have that coming to you all soon for consideration. So with that being said, I just want to say some more reminders. We have our garage sale this weekend, Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Make sure you register so that you can have a spot. But if you don't register, come out and shop with your neighbors and your friends at the annual garage sale. And then at 4:30 to 6:30, we're going to roll, bounce, roller skate at the Lombard roller rink with me. So come out. We want you to come out, celebrate, have fun, skate, listen to some good music. And that's all that I have in my report, Mr. Clerk. So I want to say good night and God bless you. Can I get adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I think you're on mute.
You're on mute. He's on mute.
I was on mute. It's been properly motioned by Trustee Miller, seconded by Trustee Abraham to adjourn this evening's meeting. I'll take a roll call. Trustee Tierney.
Yes.
Trustee Abraham.
Trustee Abraham, yes.
Trustee Senior.
Stop. Yes.
Trustee Armour.
Yes.
Trustee Chamalave.
Yes.
Trustee
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
And this meeting is hereby adjourned at 8:32 p.m. Thank you all. Have a great evening.